Some rule clarifications going there. And it looks like as a result of the accidental abandon, Hokori will be penalized. They're not going to, of course, be forced to forfeit the game, but they will have no pause time here for this first game. So Hokori, if someone disconnects or something like that, they will be forced to play through the disconnect as a result. We're just going to go ahead, jump right back into the game here. And again, it is just an all-pick lobby, so they're just going to go ahead and pick up these heroes right away. And then we are off to the races here once again.
All right, wasting absolutely no time. Excited to get into this match. Just send a message trying to set up a post-game interview for Hokori if they manage to take game 2 off of Undying. But we're good to go. We got the speed draft done. It's going to be the same people and the same heroes. Otherwise, we have a little bit of a problem. Excited to see how this position 3 hoodwink works.
I don't think it's going to work, personally. Like, Vitali is very good. I mean, we've been talking about him now several days in a row, but this offlane hoodwink, I don't feel like is going to have the damage to push out this Spectre. You do have the tag team from El Misho, which is a lot of damage, but you got Shadow Demon. Anytime you try to make this aggressive play, you're just going to get disrupted. It seems so strange.
All right, I've got confirmation. They're going to ask Analog, who does speak English, after the game number 1. But of course, we will only be doing interviews with the winners of game number 2. I think loser interviews are horrible and probably shouldn't happen because you can have people in some pretty poor moods. You ever see the
To see what?
Did you ever see the Snoop Dogg interview?
What?
He was playing some game, and there's a post-game interview for it, and he's going. The interviewer goes, "How do you feel after that game?" And he just goes, "How the hell you think I feel? We just lost."
Can't say I have, but we're getting a huge fight here right on the dire triangle. Gardic, giving me the first one to go down, giving that first blood on over to Dubu. Saberlight falling low, but a nice LSA there from Bryle. It's a bloodbath, man. This is exactly how Hokori start almost all of their games, but it's going to be Undying that bring it to them this time. I mean, Disruption Arrow is a huge amount of setup if they can find it. Moon just going to be able to walk away. Tomato does not really care all that much. That was a pretty Chad play by Dubu there, just to walk onto the high ground.
Dubu is Chad.
The battle begins.
They're gonna go for another brawl here.
Tomato's gonna take so much damage from this. He's just dead. There's no way that rune is worth it. Moon had already thrown the arrow and completely whiffed it.
Yeah, and you didn't even get the...
No, you didn't even get the rune.
Yeah, there's so much right-click damage coming out from the hoodwink there. Like, not only do they have the tag team, but the acorn shots are also counting as auto attack. So, get hit by 2 acorn shots and a couple of right-clicks while the acorn shots are happening. There's absolutely no way you survive that. So, Vitali off to a good start here.
I mean, they got 3 bounty runes as a result of that. Oh, that's going to be annoying. The disruption plus... Oh, they don't get the Blightstone.
Who doesn't?
The illusions.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
I didn't realize that, but I suppose that makes sense. They don't get Scotty or anything like that either. I know they get passes, but I guess they don't get most items.
Huh. I thought they would have gotten Blightstone.
But they get Dragon Scale. I know that.
Huh?
Weird. Who knows how this game works anyways?
Just a bunch of spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti code. Top lane, Gardic ends up popping his battery assault. Can't actually fight into them too hard. Just getting clicked down by this Axe and Mirana.
He's taking so much damage. If he gets another counter helix, he's just dead. Instead, it's an auto attack from Moon, and Gardic's gonna go down. Moon Meander now closing in on level 2. Gonna have that here just on this creep. And Mirana is never under threat from the Clockwork now. So we can look at mid lane, the analog Winter Wyvern versus Bryle's Lina. He has 11-4 to the 3-0 of analog. I'd just like to point that one out.
I mean, you mentioned it yourself at the start of this game. Bryle pretty sick on this Lina, and you don't have as much attack range or as much damage as Bryle does on the Winter Wyvern, so kind of met their match here. I'm sure that Undying did a bunch of prep work and talked about the potential of Winter Wyvern mid, and just decided, okay, well, we see this, we can just play the Lina against it. We know it's just going to absolutely destroy it in the lane. And that's exactly what it's doing here. You essentially just forced to try to Splinter Blast for last hits here. Yeah.
I mean, that is what he's been doing, but Bryle can also deny the creep so easily after the Splinter Blast, and exactly like that, you know, just play aggressively on the Wyvern with these Light Strike arrays, constantly getting these denies off. 17-7 now. As many denies as the enemy laner has last hits. That is a rough one. That being said, we have seen people pull back from situations like this, right? Like, this isn't unrecoverable by any means.
Yeah, if something like this happened the other day, I Annihilate against Alone in the mid lane, then I Annihilate ended up recovering. I think it was like only the first two, 3 waves though. Alone just absolutely dominated I Annihilate, but then he came back into it and ended up, I think, like finding some solo kills on him as well.
He got a rotation, I think is what happened. Someone came mid and they found him at the top rune.
Oh, sick. Ice Shard, can he get the kill on the courier? He can.
Oh, I was like, what's going on? Yeah, nice little Ice Shard play there by Misho. I mean, overall lane's pretty good for the side of Hokori outside of mid, right? Like, Vitali actually CSing really well bottom lane. 16-5, and top lane Medusa having a fantastic time as well.
Did not catch you littering, bro.
Yeah, this Medusa sitting at 22-1 as far as last hits go. I mean, you deal with the carry axe a little bit easier than other heroes do. Like,
ooh, Dubu might go down here, and he does. Great catch there by Elmichi. He's able to, you know, disrupt the Spectre for a moment to dodge that tag team damage, but instead walks right into a bushwhack.
All right, what are you gonna do if this Hoodwink ends up getting super farmed as position 3?
I usually like
You gonna eat your words?
I mean, farmed Hoodwink is a huge problem, believe it or not. Like, this hero does an absurd amount of damage if she's able to get levels. So, yeah, that is something that you definitely have to concern yourself with, but did he block the salve? Oh, no.
Elmisho, God? Question mark?
Is there a question mark?
Yes. Elmisho, God. Vitali's going to be having a super nice time down here as well. Spectre forced to tango up. But leaving the lane now means Vitali is going to be able to CS pretty uncontested. You're doing well in the mid lane on Lina, but everywhere else, Hokori popping off.
I thought there was no chance Spectre gets pushed out of this lane or struggles in this lane. But color me impressed. This Hoodwink is so farmed. She picks up a medallion really early into the game. Stacking that active with the tag team is going to be no joke. And yeah, they managed to find Shadow Demon or Tomato. It's gonna be a pretty easy pick off. Top lane Moon able to take down Gardic on the Clockwork. Not that big, but he does manage to get the Urn charges, which is far more important. Arrow on the backside, it catches the Medusa.
He's dead.
They got a call to follow. And this, I mean, he did have a pretty big wand, but
no spin.
No spins. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes RNG just isn't on your side. Well, that's going to be nice. So Clarity and Healing Salve going the way of Charais here. I want to look back over the mid lane. I'm starting to see rotations. Illusion Room was picked up by Analog here. Wait, he didn't bottle it? Or am I crazy? He didn't bottle it.
Yeah, he might have had the stick in his inventory.
Oh no.
Because I didn't see him gaining health back.
Top lane.
More More fights bring out Gardic on the run. Saberlight, he misses the Culling Blade. Now Winter's Curse catching Moon. Does it finish him off with the urn? Moon? You can't kill Analog. That is a core Wyvern. It would have been a spicy triple kill otherwise, but he's going to walk away pretty happy after that. Managing to turn around on both supports. The big thing, though, Vitali solo kills Spectre bottom with the Sharpshooter. He's got 4 points in this Acorn shot and a medallion. I mean, he does a lot of damage.
Oh my God.
What is that, dude? He gets bushwhacked. He dies here.
Yep. He doesn't have enough mana to combo Acorn Shot, Bushwhack, and Sharpshooter together at the moment. You need 300 and... yeah, you need like 330 mana for that.
He's about to have his mana boots. One more creep. All right. Yeah. This is going to be scary. Yeah. I mean, his courier was waiting at the secret shop, so his boots are here.
Spectre's just under kill threat. This is insane. Vitali's gonna try to catch him over in the trees. I mean, he's playing fairly safe. They both have a ward down, so you're gonna see Vitali if he tries to rotate over.
Look at Moon right now, by the way. He's just holding 2 supports up here as he's just right-clicking Medusa's creeps, and it leaps away.
Man's being an absolute nuisance. He's feeling himself though. He's got 4 kills under his belt.
Barely survives bottom lane. Level 6 now. I mean, you could TP home and use Haunt to come back to lane. It's not the ideal, but I don't think you have a choice. I really don't think you have a choice.
Saberlight just cleared up a big ancient stack, by the way. And now sitting near the top of net worth. 38, almost 3,900 gold.
They're going to set up bottom. Cool. The Hunt comes through, gives the vision on the Hoodwink, disruption, Bryle with a DD. They are gonna punish this little squirrel. Tomato will pick up that kill. Whoa, that's cool.
Is it like $200 school?
It's only $130 Arcana, don't worry about it.
Oh, my bad, I overestimated.
Community voted Arcana, by the way, don't worry about it.
Saberlight. I mean, Elmisha's not going to be able to kill this guy. He's got a Vanguard. If anything, you're under threat here. And I think Gardic wanted to move up to the top lane. Tiara is forced into the jungle at this point. Just doesn't want to deal with Saberlight and Moon Meander anymore. I mean, you've given up so many kills to Moon already.
Max goes for the call. But yeah, again, you got Vitali here on the Hoodwink. They managed to get those kills, though, just in time, thanks to that burst from the Moon Meander, Mirana, and now they're going to chase after the Hoodwink. TPing in and dying like this is a huge cost if he does go down. Gardic going to be here to make some space for him, as Vitali will be able to back off.
He's going to go back in for this as soon as Acorn shot's up. He's going to try to kill Moon Meander and Axe.
Oh, bushwhack on the backside. It only really catches the Mirana, and Saberlight just keeps dishing out the damage onto the Clockwork. He goes down. They don't have the damage for the Axe, and now it's Bryle TPing in. These new boots of travel, trying to chase down Vitali. Stuck, he's got no Scurry, but a nice shards. Is it enough to save him? It doesn't look like it as Moon continues the chase. He's still got urns. He's still got an arrow. He's just going to use it to farm a creep and leave. All right, Moon.
Yeah, Misho, he's got Snowball available, but you don't want to run back in. Bryle is sitting right behind Moon Meander, keeping him safe. The audacity of Moon Meander.
He just doesn't stop. He's gonna he forces the leap.
It's fine, he can win this. He's got another urn charge as well.
He's gonna get him. Dude, Moon is... Oh, he's got one.
Unlucky. Maybe if he didn't miss that one arrow. Vitali's back. He's got Sharpshooter available. He's got Acorn shot, and he's gone.
And he's gone. Very nice play there by the Hoodwink. A lot of fighting happening so far this early, 9-5. But in the jungle, Saberlight continuing to farm stacks. Well, as Dubu is, says my stacks, actually.
Don't mind if I Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Spectre is so poor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Rough times against Vitali. The man's a god, though. We talked about this. He's the next man to Sponsors, watch out for Vitaly, okay? I'm doing you a favor telling you about this. This is a public service announcement. This guy's good.
The dire stand.
Smoked up, Vitaly looking for more.
Do need to play aggressive here on the Hoodwink, right? Like, she does so much damage this early into the game. Going to be picking up that Maelstrom, allowing her to clear waves even faster. And she's going to find Tomato. There's the Bushwhack right into the Walrus Punch. Oh my god, the Haunt not in time as he picks him up.
And Tomato, his game is going to get even harder now. He's so low on the net worth compared to everybody. Moon Meander's almost ahead of him at this point.
Ooh, ball up. El Misho, he's got a shard block to hold him in place. Saberlight Yank getting down there now. Sentry drop, and he gets the ward. He gets the ward. Nicely done.
As analog, nice use of that one. Arctic Burn, just hitting him once, getting that tick onto him so you can't blink down on Saberlight. But they'll turn their eyes mid. They'll set up for mid tower if they can't get any hero kills. This will give them a lot more control over the map.
Bryle is really farmed here on the Lina. Like I've talked about multiple times, really. Like, this is one of his favorite heroes, so I'm not that surprised. The call axe, he manages to find this Hoodwink, but a Winter's Curse from Analog trying to turn this around, and now Snowball, Walrus Punch, they take down, trading those supports. Vitaly still managing to stay alive, but there's the Laguna. Bryle still looking for more, but will respect. He's lost all his mana. He needs to back off.
Bryle's is going straight BKB after Boots of Travels. The only other player that does this that I like quite a bit is Leo Style. He'll like go nothing but defensive items on his Lina. And I think it was like one of the only people playing it in the mid lane during the first major. Really made a lot of things happen over in Singapore with it.
Yeah, I like it as well.
So they think that, okay, I can just jump onto the backline and get this Lina. Like, that's going to be the main goal of the Hoodwink, the Clockwork, and the Tusk. Like, one of the main logic behind this Clockwork pick is the fact that, okay, if this Lina is played as a core, I can just hookshot on the backline, essentially get a solo kill by myself. But he BKBs up and he hits like somebody up with the Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade, a Light Strike Array. He's just clicking you down underneath your cogs, and there's nothing you're able to do about it. All your damage at this point, until like the ultra late game, is going to come out from like spells. Even the Winter Wyvern, it's going to be like Arctic Burn and Witchblade. Medusa isn't going to be online for a super long time. And that's like all physical. So getting an early BKB is going to punish Hokori and their lineup super well. Slowed down a little bit. They're looking for kills here on El Misho. Anybody you can get on top of for Tusk. It never feels good just not participating in things if you've drafted this hero.
I mean, he was slowing down Tomato, trying to keep eyes on the Spectre. Speaking of which, found in the mid lane. He doesn't have Haunt, and there's going to be the Winter's Curse on the backside. Sharpshooter comes through, doesn't do any damage as a result, and Winter Wyvern, the one that's in trouble. They trade, but it's not good for Hokori here as Bryle is hungry, man. He's going to continue the chase, trying to find this Hoodwink into the trees, but a great Bushwhack. Vitaly will be able to make it out.
BKB recipes flying out to Bryle right now, by the way. This aggression from Undying is only going to amp up after it gets this. We've got a 5k net with Mantis here at 15 minutes. I mean, this team plays fast.
Oh, you're hot.
They're more than happy to fight into you. Like, you've got a Tusk and you want to be fighting into them, but you also want to make space for your Medusa. Undying is already looking to take these 5v5 fights.
I mean, most of the net worth advantage is actually a result of Moon Meander's Mirana. Like, he finished up a Spirit Vessel. He is level 10. He is absolutely massive. LSA actually off the mark, but the call comes in. Spectre just gets burned. She's got nothing left. Tomato haunts in as well. BKB comes out from Bryle, though, and El Misho did what he could, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive this as Tomato en route as well as the Mirana. But the Acorn shot with that Maelstrom just shredding him. Now the hook shot comes through. Analog up on the high ground, waiting to go in with this Splinter Blast, but the call comes through. He finds Hoodwink on the backside. Saberlight salvaging this fight, keeping his team in as they go 1 for 4, only losing the Mirana.
Dubu ended up doing a lot there as well, being able to buy a little bit of extra time for Tomato and banishing him up, and you end up pumping out a lot of damage with the Spectre illusions. I mean, you've only got 1 point in the Desolate, but still, it ends up adding up and being pure damage.
Oh yeah,
Now,
I mean, that pure damage is no joke. It's like
5k now worth turns into 8k.
Yeah.
What you were saying?
I was gonna say it's like 65 to 70 pure DPS per second, like, or
Yeah.
pure DPS. So it is no joke when, you know, those Spectre illusions are laying into you. And once you have Manta, can potentially come that much worse, but I would expect as the game goes on, the disruptions likely to be onto the Medusa or just defensively.
No. I mean, they're more than happy to buy their time here on Hokori for the Medusa at that point. I mean, Tusk, he wants to fight, but after the last couple of not great engagements, you might want to slow. Okay, never mind. Misho doesn't know how to chill. It looks like he's trying to find any kills he can. I think at the moment, like Lina just completed her BKB. You kind of chill for a little bit and wait for Medusa to finish her Ioscati before you go for any other fights.
Yeah, she's got SNY being delivered at the very moment, so it's going to be a bit before she gets to the Scotty. And Bryle, honestly, I love the decision. He's just going straight MKB. This is like my favorite Lina build. It is just so aggro, but does so much damage. Saberlight, the Blink Call, just going to drag the Clockwork to his Lina. Blows that hero up, no problem. And they are just looking good here on the side of Undying. Like, these guys, textbook plays.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So after kill, they find... And you, again, want to play aggressive with the Tusk and the Clockwork, but they're not letting you. They know exactly where these heroes want to play. And Bryle's only going to get stronger. He's just going for an MKB after he's done this BKB Boots of Travel. I mean, it's long before the Medusa gets a butterfly. She's got the 15% evasion, which will make her kind of tanky, but with the massive attack range on the Lina, it'll be easy to blow you up. You find a Gropo on the Medusa. That feels pretty good.
It does feel pretty good. That's a great item for sure. Outranging the Lina with that one. D'Amato,
he's starting to catch back up. Definitely had a rough start against Vitaly in the bottom lane, but once you end up getting your anti-style, you just go into Roche. You have several points in the dispersion. By then, you're a lot harder to bring down.
Nice moves by Hoodwink, but you can't dodge them all. An arrow eventually comes through, helps clean him up. The backside of the fight, El Misho trying to jump Brow, but it's not going to be enough. The Winter's Curse, a little bit of damage being done on over to Saberlight, but these guys way too tanky. Hookshot off the mark, and Saberlight punishes him for it. 3 quick kills going the way of Undying.
D'Amato wasting no time initiating to that fight. I mean, that's how you're going to recover, right? You're still farming pretty slow due to the fact that you have no Manta style. You just clean up these kills with a Haunt. He could get on top of the Winter Wyvern there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's not easy to bring this guy down given the fact that he's got Boots of Travel.
He was super deep too. He was behind his tier 2 tower. He had already Winter's cursed up the axe. Like, there was no reason to like really stick around there. Moon kind of baiting the Tusk, but has leaps to get down to the low ground, so he's gonna be fine.
Misho, you're not gonna oh, okay, he's still hook shot on cooldown for 14 seconds. Not gonna be able to do anything off of this one.
Moon's got mech going for those Guardians.
Fighting his team with a little bit extra tankiness, HP and mana. Vitaly, they find Moon again, but 2 more leap charges you've got now.
No, Moon leaps away, pops the mech. He's finding a 2-man call. The turnaround from Saberlight. Trying to get away. They do manage to give a little bit of health back, but Gardic gets a Spirit Vessel on him, trying to just hobble to the other side of the map. And it looks like he's going to get some wards down, and no TP, so I think eventually he's going to die here. They do find him, runs right into Moon.
Yeah. Ends up blowing that hook shot before he goes down, so that's going to be on cooldown for 30 seconds when he gets back up. And that's one of the reasons they couldn't get Moon in the first place. Ended up wasting that ability. But a massive bait there by Moon Meander. He just kept him going, held those leap charges, tried to pull him over into a multi-man call, and he did. Coordination is just incredible here by Undying.
You're about to have an MKB up on Lina. Roshan now, they can do it. They've got the Manta and the Desolate from these Shadow Demon illusions. Look at all these daggers, Nev.
It looks a lot more threatening than it is.
No, it's very threatening. He's soloing Roche, basically. Like, that is a lot of damage. And that's only 3 points in the Desolate.
True. There's 4 heroes there. That can hardly be considered a solo.
Well, I mean, like, he was the only one doing the damage. Lino just came in to take the Aegis and walk away.
Classic mid player.
Bottom lane El Misho found by Saberlight.
Snowball
Snowball
low
the wave. He gets a great shards as well.
Yep. So not only does that block the axe off him walking down the ramp, but it also disables his blink dagger. Unfortunately, I feel like it's not going to matter.
No way.
Oh, it did matter. It did matter a lot.
It mattered indeed. He gets the TP out. Sheesh, indeed. Nice play. Saberlight, tips him like, yeah, well done. Nice juke, sir.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Moon still standing in the Medusa's jungle, just taking his creeps, but gonna get punished this time as, well, never punished? Okay, he's gonna get punished this time for sure, right?
He can't keep getting away with it.
He's still got another lead. Snowball, walrus punch, Moon finally goes down, but it's gonna cost you some heroes. Gardic does TP out. Tusk ends up dying for it. Definitely a favorable trade here for the side of Hokori, but now you got Bryle with a DD rune and an MKB running at your mid tower. This guy does a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah. MKB, double damage rune. Let's watch this tower melt. Yeah, look at that thing go. Dragon scale gonna keep it a little bit more, that 18 DPS. They pop the fortify, but I don't think this is gonna help their tower.
That'll keep it alive. Well, no, Bryle just doesn't care. He's just gonna go in and finish it off.
No. He's trying to line up a hook shot here on Gardic, but it's on cooling for another couple of seconds, so they weren't able to kill that Lina. I mean, going on him is pretty dangerous. He has the 8-second BKB still in Aegis.
Tomato now queuing up the Eye of Scotty on his way there. Medusa almost has hers, actually. Very close. It's about a few hundred gold away. Just casually sitting on 5,000 gold. No big deal.
What is he going to spend it on?
The Scotty.
I mean, buying all the parts at once.
It seems kind of strange, right?
Yeah. I mean, usually when you save up that kind of gold, you think about changing your mind. You aren't absolutely certain about the item that you're buying, but it is going to build the Eye of Scotty. There it is. Aghanim Scepter coming out next. You might be able to fight the enemies, but, Bryle is pretty well prepared to deal with you.
Moon is on the... Oh, he did get the courier, but after the Scotty gets delivered, the damage here from this Spectre and Saberlight's axe is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was a Medusa there.
The Aghanim Shard completed, so you're getting hit by not only counter Helix pure damage, but also the Desolate pure damage. Medusa absolutely destroyed there.
We're also looking for analog here on the Wyvern. Saberlight, the only one who can really get the initiation, but Bryle's going to reveal himself as well as Saberlight. And oh, he doesn't have his Ags yet. I assumed he did. Wyvern in a lot of trouble. Saberlight. Oh my goodness.
If he didn't Manta.
If he didn't Manta.
He pushed his hero back. He ended up on the wrong side of that Manta style, so he managed to get away there on analog. But the game's not getting any easier. 14k net worth advantage here.
Yeah, this game's getting a little out of control. I mean, we were talking about Vitali having such a great start, but now the Hoodwink, I haven't felt its impact for quite a while.
The Spectre getting very big, like you mentioned. The Desolate doing so much damage. And Eye of Scotty, we're not too far off of that one. Need be another 1,700 gold, and Spectre had that one complete. At that point, Medusa is not going to be able to get away. The slow is going to be too much, and Spectre is going to be way too tanky. They're hunting El Misho, and the arrow lands.
Oh, man. Moon is too good. $26-10 with a 16k gold lead, and I just don't see it getting better for Hokori here.
Yeah, the entire map controlled by Undying heroes. I mean, the moment they try to leave Moon and Axe, they just TP on top of Gardic, and there it is. You can't get anything. You can't get away with anything here.
Nah, Moon comes in for a free Spirit Vessel charge. That's about it. But yeah, I mean, Axe has something coming on Curry. Is it? I don't know.
Boots of Travel.
I was gonna say, is it Boots of Travel or is he going BKB parts?
Shadows take us.
Boots
Yeah,
of Travel. Yeah.
Boots of Travel is so good on this hero. Whoa. Well, Vitaly found bottom by the Lina. What can you do, man? This hero just does so much damage right now. In mid lane, they find Tusk. He eats an arrow, chopped down by the Axe. Dubu trying to get sights here on the Medusa, but doesn't find him.
Yeah, they're almost at their timing now. Tomato another 1,200 gold, or sorry, only another 1,000 gold. He'll have this Eye of Scotty. He'll have his level 20 as well by that point.
Ooh, spider legs. That's really good for Bryle.
Yep. Bryle almost has his Daedalus as well. Beginning at the end.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure if they even need to wait for this next Roshan, but it looks like they're going to hit a bunch of really big timings when this Rosh respawns. Titan Sliver now found. Mindbreaker found for Spectre. You're going to hold on to that one for sure.
Dude, Mindbreaker is so good on this hero. It is gross.
Now, I mean, look what the Hokori heroes have been reduced to. Just sitting in the trees here on Vitaly.
They're doing their best, definitely. Vitaly does finish up the Octarine core, which does help quite a bit. But he's only level 16, and one of the big things when it comes to the Hoodwink, you can farm really fast by clearing waves, but he just hasn't been able to do that. He just gets punished anytime he leaves the base, and as a result, you're really far behind in experience. Almost, oh my gosh. That is a 25, almost 30,000 experience lead here for the side of Undying. Nearly 100% win rate. 99%, in fact.
That's pretty good.
They smoke up here. They see Tomato. He is going to be able to break the smoke, but I don't think he cares all that much. That is a very hard kill. Analog does have that newly completed Ags, but backside the Haunt comes through. They find Gardic, but Tomato's got his eyes set on the Winter Wyvern. Tiaras, he pops that Stone Gaze, trying to do what he can. Vitaly just gets shredded, and now they've lost two. The question is, can this Wyvern get away from just support Mirana? Probably. They lose the Medusa, surrounded by the remaining heroes here of Undying.
Yeah, this is your mid. This is your mid Winter Wyvern just getting zoned out of the fight by Moon Meander on this Mirana. You can't do anything against it.
Saberlight's
Isn't
in.
that worth the... Yeah.
Ooh, misses the call just barely.
Goes back onto this tier 3 tower, but there's nothing they're able to do at this point. The Medusa doesn't want to buy back into the game. You just lose some net worth discrepancy here if you do.
And Bryle just does
they
too much
just
damage.
Frax. I'm just not sure what your win condition is at this point. After they manage to take this Frax, we are looking at a longer Roche respawn, but I'm not sure they have to even wait for it with how hard they're winning.
Gardic just pelted by the Lina. Actually misses the LSA there onto El Misho, but I don't think he cares. He's just going to run at these heroes doing damage. Sharpshooter being channeled. Tomato tries to tank it, but Bryle gets force staffed out. He's going to escape and then clean disengage here as Undying get away with a barracks for nothing.
Yeah, and now I imagine they'll just play kind of far back, wait for the next Roche to respawn, then take this next team fight with even bigger advantage.
I mean, they're about to find a DD rune for the Lina, so they might not even wait for next Roche. They could just play aggressive with this. Roche is in a minute 35.
There's going to be so much damage coming out from Bryle with this Monkey King and Daedalus on the hero with a double damage rune.
Yeah, just wait till he gets level 25 and grabs that extra 150 attack range. Like, oh my goodness. Not even the Wyvern will be safe at that point.
And Wyvern struggling to get anything done this game. Has the Aghanim Scepter completed, but nothing outside of that. And BKBs are done on several of these heroes. Axe doesn't really seem to care too much about the Witchblade and the Arctic Burn either. He just Mantis styles it off. Looks like they're grouping up for... There's no way they smoke here. They've got to smoke on the Clockwork, but if they do, they're going to know. Axe scouts everybody up together here with this Mantis style illusion. This is such a risky play by Saberlight. He's sitting in the trees here beside the entire enemy team.
Is it that risky though? He's so tanky. He can always just, you know, cut the wave with Manta and TP out, right?
Mm-hmm. Still 99% win probability here for Team Undying. Has not changed and lasted a while, and Axe, you have to just run at this Medusa, and
he just calls in the Tusk, gets the kill, and now the Mindbreaker on the Medusa. She does get the ultimate. DD popped here on the Lina. She's gonna go for the TP home, and she'll make it. Right side of the tree line here. Analog able to make it through to the trees, but Blockwork might not be as lucky. Jeez, that damage. Just three-shotted here by this Lina, and now Tomato continuing the chase, looking for more.
Yeah, there's Winter Wyvern slowing him quite a bit, so he can't get on top of Vitaly, despite the fact that he's throwing out those daggers on him, keeping Vision up. They'll take this tier 2 tower off this one, I imagine. Now, wave a push all the way in. Roche is up. They'll probably go for that one next, but grabbing the 2-tier tower while they were there would have been nice, and just opens up the fact they can get mega creeps.
Tomato has picked up an Orchid. And now queues up an Aghanim Scepter. So this has just been the build lately. Like, people disassemble the Echo Saber for an Orchid and then either build it into BKB or like Ags. That's just been like what everyone's doing. It just seems so weird because Orchid just feels like such a bad item most of the time.
Waste of money?
I mean, kinda. It feels like you're dumping a lot of money to do something with that Oblivion Staff.
I mean, it's kind of useful for getting on top of the Hoodwink and the Tusk. Even Winter Wyvern. If you like jumps the Winter Wyvern at the start of these fights and you just have the Aghanim Scepter, Witchblade, Boots of Travel, the Wyvern will die. Like, suddenly you're not saving yourself with the Winter's Curse, the Cold Embrace.
Dubu disrupts himself. No way he's getting out of this one. A little bit of time wasted there from him, though. Axe out of the fight, though. The call comes in from Axe, and Analog goes down. Bryle just fighting mano-a-mano here against this Medusa. Forces that Stone Gaze. Bryle running up with these spider legs up onto the high ground, trying to get eyes on the Medusa. There's going to be the Winter's Curse, but not a lot of damage going through his Axe. The real one finds the backside of the fight. A huge Mystic Snake getting all of his mana back, but Axe starting to fall a little bit low. Saberlight needs to be careful. Bryle still just dumping out the damage, and he's going to be able to pick them up one by one. Triple kill for the Lina. Aegis finally going to get procced, but Bryle does not stop.
30k now with advantage now, having to buy back in that fight on Analog, and Vitaly just far enough back to stay alive. You struggle to get into that fight there on Tomato. You've got Haunt available again now, though. So these heroes, I imagine, are going to just drop. But pause coming out on the side of Undying. They've lost Saberlight briefly. They still have pause time remaining. Hokori, due to the fact that someone disconnected from the game, ended up losing all of theirs at the start. But I imagine this game isn't going to go on too much longer. Tier 2 tower is going to protect you from mega creeps down there on the bottom lane, but a 30k net worth disadvantage here at 34 minutes, and win probability has been 99% for like the last 10.
Yeah, it's been a rough game here for the side of Hokori. I mean, at what point does Dota Plus just say 100%? You know, is it not allowed to? Is it hard coded that the ceiling is 99%?
It used to go to 100, I think, but I think these days it's only when like the throne is currently being killed and about to die. That's like, yeah, I think they've got this one. But I think people were just making fun of them when it went to 99%, or when it went to 100%, they didn't end up losing. And people go, haha, nice game, Valve. And then they changed it around so it didn't do that as often, probably. It looks like we're good to go, though. But yeah, I'm not sure how you defend from this one. You are sitting kind of low HP on Spectre. Actually, TPing home, it looks like. I think they'll just hop back in and take one of the heroes out as they return to the fight.
Exactly. He just wants to be full health, full mana before they go for this end game push here. I can't imagine they're worried about anything else. Bryle doesn't really care all that much. Sharpshooter's coming through. They do the damage, but oh my gosh, Bryle, an aggressive force stab forward, timed with that Haunt very well, as they're going to be able to now chase down Vitaly here. They get that kill. He's back here on the Hoodwink, but you don't have it on Analog. That one's a dieback if I'm not mistaken, right, Neff?
Yeah, he had bought back in that last team fight, so he's not going to be up for another 90-second. The game might just end before he's got the opportunity to come back in this one. They have Fortify available, and honestly, they should use it before they lose these tier 4s. I think maybe they're trying to bait them into like a really good team fight where they try to blow up the throne, but
they gotta wait for the Medusa.
Optimistic.
You can't use the fort until Medusa's up, I think, and Bryle actually gets healed up by the offensive demonic purge there from Dubu, which is quite funny. Now Medusa trying to join the fight, but it might be too little too late. El Misho, the blink, the stun, doesn't come out as he gets silenced instead. And now focusing down the throne. No, Bryle turns his attention onto the Medusa, the blink, the call. They're managing to just bring him down anyway. A last-ditch effort here from Hokori. It's not going to matter as Bryle just chases you into your base. They're dying one by one. Stop it, man. They're already dead. Saberlight doesn't care. They close out game number 1 here with a 40,000 net worth advantage.
Absolutely no mercy out of Undying against any of these teams. 18-0 and 12 on Bryle. I mean, you said the man is known for his Lina, and he absolutely popped off here. Saberlight as well. Didn't land some of these calls. Didn't land any, I think, maybe like 1 or 2 dunks in total this game, but landed all the calls that matter. 14-2 and 23. He ended this on. Undying showing off their strength as a top North American team and allowing me to sit down the copium for a little while because SA has been stomping us the last couple of days.
They really have. Yeah, I mean, this was just a super dominant performance. Very slick victory here from Undying. Like, they just played their game and came out on top, like, very convincingly.
But just the first game of the series, oh my god, Bryle did 31,000 hero damage. It felt like he did more than that.
They didn't have a lot of health.
That's true. It felt like they didn't have a lot of health the way that Bryle was clicking them, but a little bit of an unconventional draft this time from Hokori as well. They didn't really have any frontline heroes. You said you weren't crazy about this one. You did already shut down the Spectres game at the start, but Bryle ended up being able to get too much done. I think they go back for the classics, put Vitaly on some playmaking offlane heroes that can initiate, and they might be a little bit better off.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Not much else to say about this game. I mean, Undying just showing who they are and why they're such a dominant team, why they're going to TI. And we're going to be going to a small break as we go back, as we going to come back with game number 2 here in just a second. So stay tuned, everyone. This is the Loot Bet Pro Series Season 7 on BTS. We'll see you in a bit.